Okay, time for another game. Now, in between this game and the last game, I actually did a lot of thinking about strategy and stuff. I looked up echo costs and actually found that having a forest turn 2 is actually more important for echo cost than having a swamp turn 2. Having a swamp turn 2 was never important at all. I just played it turn 2 because swamps have powerful abilities late game. So I looked up the merits of having forest and green abilities, and it's actually so strong early game to have green that I changed my deck to include more green and less black. So that's one of the changes I've made, and so he's now got a 2/2 and I've got a 1/2 prot white. So my guy is protection from him. This guy is a 3/2, and I can have it deal 5 damage to me, and then he sacrifices it. No thanks. I can deal with the 3/2. So I have a whole new strategy for playing lands, and it includes a lot more green. Target elf gets +2/+2 and has trample for as long as that's tapped. That guy can block Longhorn Fire Beast. Okay, flying 5/4. And at the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player may pay 2 red or 2 life. If they do, the player gains control of Emberwild Djinn. I go like that. So yeah, I'm going to take control of this. It's a matter of whether I'm paying 2 mountains or 2 red or 2 life, and I think I'm paying 2 life. Because yeah, the only reason I would pay 2 red is if I was going to skip a drop, or if I could use the rest of my mana for something, and then so I wasn't wasting anything. But I can't, so I don't want to do that. I want to pay life. Now I play my 4. Ooh, it's interesting. So I can pay. I'm gonna attack with this because I can pay 3 life to put a +1/+1 counter on this, which I'll do to eat his guy if he wants to. Although life is a pretty important resource, I think I've got enough of it, especially considering I have the 2 red. So it's a matter of whether or not he attacks, which he doesn't. Pay the life again. I can't see there ever being a point where I'm gonna pay 2 red apart from if I can use the rest of my mana. So 3/2 fear is pretty good. And again, I'm gonna attack with this guy. He skipped a drop to get himself to 8, playing a mountain so that he had the 2 red up. That seems incredibly poor to me. If he had played a drop and then skipped his 7 drop, he could have paid 2 red and saved 2 life. But you know, that's up to him. The other thing I do is I actually end up on 8 lands. I like to have 1 plains, just because it allows me to have that 1 extra legendary dragon, and I haven't found not having 4 mountains all the time that much more of a downside. Usually, if you get something like a vampiric dragon that needs all those mountains, if you just wait a few turns, you'll draw the mountain and you'll still win. That's nice. At this point, I think I would trade 3 life for both his guys. So I'm going to attack here. Yep. I also pay 3 life to keep my guy. He chooses not to take the Jin. Now I get to attack with it next time. Oh, crap. So, yeah, I can block 5 of that with this. The damage isn't much of a downside, it's the fact that he gains so much life. This guy negates any amount of... I don't have to pay the life now. Any amount of evasive guys for quite a few turns. Because he gains so much life. Okay, rid of the non-foil one. 5/5 vigilance. Attack with that and that. So I can block with Disciple and Darksteel Sentinel. And he takes 8. Now he can just pay life freely. He doesn't really have to worry about it. If it didn't have trample, I could just block with this guy. As it is, I can actually take 5 to reduce the life gain by 2. Because if I block here and here, he can put it all onto this guy, gain 7 and deal me nothing. Or he can deal me 2 and gain 5. Or he can... But that's his choice, and if I block with this, he can only gain 5, no matter what he chooses, and then he'll be on 9, and he'll have that guy tapped. He'll have 2 blockers. These guys get through for 8, and I have 3 other attackers, so he's dead. So yeah, that's some good thinking through there. Gonna go like this. He can only gain 5 life. He'll go up to 9. He definitely takes 8. So he can only block one of these guys. I mean 2 of these guys. So he takes the other 1 from Disciple. Yep. Sure. He takes just enough. Endgame.